Welcome all you Sagittarians to your solstice reading, and for those of you in the northern hemisphere, of course you're moving into the summer solstice, and those of you in the southern hemisphere are moving into the winter solstice. So this will be covering the months of June 21st up to September 22nd when we move into the equinoxes. So for this reading, I'm going to do it a little differently than I've done it in the past. I'm going to start off with these energy oracle cards. I'm going to pull a card that represents what energy are you coming into the solstice with. Now, all the cards that I use in a reading, I do list in the description box below. And we're just going to give these a shuffle and see what the Creator and Spirit wants you to know. What energy are you coming into the solstice with? All right, so for our Sagittarians, what energy would you like them to know about, please? Okay, nope, I said none of those. All right, there it is right there. And you have the World card, card number 29. So in the regular tarot, the major arcana of the world is all about ending of a major cycle and beginning of a new one. So we'll take a look here and see what other energy comes in here, but it does look like you are ready for a transition. You're coming in ready for a change, so that is always exciting. Unless you fear change, then it'll be a big learning experience. But this is about expansion, about opening up. And of course, you are ruled by Jupiter, which is the master expander. So this is nothing to worry about for you. This is your energy. You're like, oh yeah, I have lived this all my life. So the man in this picture is looking out over a bay above which the beautiful sphere of the earth is rotating. And this card is reminding you to expand your vision and contemplate some much broader options. The world is wide, so there's a lot out there to consider. In the modern age of technology, this could specifically be referring to creating or expanding to a more global network through the internet or social marketing. Drawing this card also lets you know that you have unlimited resources available to you, and now is the time to think big. As they say, the world is your oyster, so get ready to gobble it up. So yeah, I definitely love this for you. You're at the threshold. You're ready for this expansion in your life. And that can be in your relationships, in your work or your education or some sort of situational thing, or in your finances, in your body, going to a new level with your body and your finances. So any of those areas, it can be that you're leaving somewhere, but it also could mean that you're going up into it. Like a relationship, it doesn't mean you're leaving a relationship. It could mean that you're ready to expand, go to a bigger commitment of some kind. Like work, it doesn't mean that you're leaving the job. It could mean that you're going for a different position. That type of thing in there. We will, of course, get more clarity around this. We're going to use these Tarot of Dreams, and let me give these a shuffle first. And then I will tell you as I pull for each stack what each of those are for. All right, so first we're going to pull a couple cards here to represent the past. What happened to bring you into this energy, to have you at this point that you're bringing this energy into the solstice? So for our Sagittarians, what do you want them to know about their past? Okay, so you do have these. And then if you stay on the current trajectory, we're going to look and see at the end of the solstice, what do they want you to know about how this ends up? Okay, what else? Okay, really? Okay, wow, okay. And then the spirit world here, this is the messages from Spirit, the advice from Spirit. What did they want you to know about the solstice period? So just what heads up and information do they want to provide for you? Okay, they said, one. That makes sense because they have all this information that will probably relate. And then cards down here will represent messages from your shadow. Now, your shadow is a piece of yourself. It's like your subconscious, your spirit, your soul. It's your tour guide in this human experience. So think of like a tour guide at Disney World or Universal Studios. They know what's going on behind the scenes. They know what's underneath the surface, so they can give you information that will make your experience even more exciting and maybe add some little twists to it. So this will be the messages from your shadow for Sagittarians. Okay, that one there and that one there. Okay. All right, and they said that is it. So we'll start with what happened in the past to bring you up to this point here. And we'll start with this one. Yep, you have the 8 of Swords here. So basically, the 8 of Swords. Swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. And the 8 of Swords is about movement to another level. So you basically have moved to this new level in your thoughts and experiences, which means that you realize that what was making you feel blinded and trapped and constricted were your own thoughts and your own beliefs. And so you've gone through this stage here, which you got Jupiter here again. So this is your energy, which is the Sagittarius, right? It rules Sagittarius. So you are ready for this movement, this new way of thinking, because you're ready for this new stage here because you have experienced this new way of thinking, is what I was trying to say. And then you have the Emperor card here. So this is basically that you have grabbed a hold of the horns. Literally, it's Aries energy, but you have taken charge and you're ready for this movement in your life. You're no longer wanting... It's like these beliefs that you had before were that you were at the whim of everyone else, right? That you were like, well, I can't do that until they do that. And well, I can't do that because they don't want me to. And, you have all this thoughts and these beliefs and everything that was just constricting you. I see like this, the little ball and chain that's connected to you that was limiting you, that was slowing you down, that was making you feel like you can't do things. But with this change, this Emperor energy coming in, you've had this fire where you just grew tired of it. You just couldn't stand it anymore. It's almost like, I feel like you were being smothered. Like you ever have it where you're like, in your blankets at night and you've tossed and turned so much that you feel like wrapped up inside and just like you almost felt like claustrophobic, where you're like, let me out of here. And this is that expansion, that you're ready for this new change. You're ready for this coming up. So that makes sense here with all that coming in. Yeah. And you have the 4 of Wands. So here's more grabbing it by the horns, Aries energy here. The wands, of course, like I know actually we didn't talk about wands. It's your energy. It's your passion, your drive, your ambition. And the 4 of Wands has this stable energy around it, because if you think about 4 big legs on a table, it makes for a very strong foundation. So this is like a very stable energy coming in for you. It's also a card of like celebration or a big celebratory event in there. But I kind of feel like this, with this Aries energy both interacting here, I feel like you're ready for this movement. You're ready to, literally go through the doors here. The doors are opening up and you're ready for this movement to this new place. You're just tired. You have a 4 and a 4 as well. So there's this stability that's coming in with what you're wanting to do. You might have been all over the place before because of all the supposed to's and shoulds and need to's and have to's that were clouding you and making you feel suppressed, that when you were able to get out of it all, you're able to step aside from it and really see what you wanted to do with your life. Like you're at this precipice where you're ready to take this leap. So with this energy, let's see where it leads to you at the end of the solstice here, since they wanted to share so much here. So you've got the 2 of Cups. And I'm going to put all these out first, and then we'll see what it all does. The 3 of Swords. Come on. The 3 of Wands. You have the Queen of Cups. So cups on top of cups. You've got the Six of Swords. Okay. And then you've got the Ace of Cups. Beautiful. All right. So I love how this all comes together here. So we will start with, it's kind of like split off into three little stories here. And they're short stories, so don't worry. You've got the Two of Cups and the Queen of Cups. The Two of Cups basically is this message that there's two places that you get to choose your emotions from. One is of the limited, fear-based, conditional love lies. You know, it's the fear of losing conditional love, or the amazing unconditional love of the higher realms. From where we come from. It's what we're made out of, right? So you have this beautiful message about you get to choose. It's almost like the Lover's card where you have emotional choices. So every moment you get to choose, am I going to choose an emotion of fear or of unconditional love? Which one am I want to do? And then you have the Queen of Cups right above her, above it, and you've got, she's actually holding this Ace of Cups that you have over here. And the Ace of Cups basically is the chalice. It's one of these choices here. She holds the Holy Grail, that which is full of the unconditional love of the Creator of all things. So she is all about the beautiful choice of choosing the unconditional love, connecting to the higher realms, connecting to the intuition, trusting that truths that come from the higher place, right? And so you have this emotional thing coming in here. And like I said, you have the Ace of Cups here, but you also have the Three of Wands down here, which we talked about, you know, wands over here being your passion, your energy, your drive, your ambition. Well, the Three of Wands is basically, the Ace of Wands is like brand new spark. Two of Wands is making plans to get there. The Three of Wands is like you've made movement on things before, but now you're at a precipice again of where you're ready to make a change in a new direction. So during these 3 months of the solstice, I really feel like you're getting in connection with your intuition, getting connection with your higher unconditional love, and you're realizing through this process, now that you're holding your world in your hands, you're looking and seeing how you uniquely want to share your unconditional love with the world. How do you want to share your knowledge and your awareness with the world? And this is like this big aha in your life where you're discovering what it is that you want to do with your life. How do you want to live your life? Not what you thought you had to do before. This is like you're taking control and you're taking the reins and you're like, you know what? I'm going to rebel against all these thoughts and these beliefs that were restricting me before, my supposed to's and shoulds and need to's and have to's on who I'm supposed to be. And you're ready to set yourself free. And that brings us into here because the Three of Swords is the expectations card. It is the pain and the disappointment, the fear of what it means when we weren't able to meet up to all these expectations and all this stuff. What if I don't do what everyone expects of me? You know, that fear that's in there. But I love that the Six of Swords came up because here's the three swords that you're leaving behind. You're going through this portal. You're moving through this doorway into this new place, this new thoughts and these new beliefs. So you're leaving the old thoughts of and old expectations behind, and you're moving into this new way of thinking. So this is a very freeing energy, all of this together. And I understand why they wanted them all to come out here together, because it's just like this amazing love that you find within by connecting to up above. And you're really understanding what it is that you want. And so you make these changes, you know, both in your direction and in your way of thinking. And you just feel this huge empowerment. I'm excited to see. Let's see what Spirit has to say for you for your solstice experience here. Yeah, Nine of Coins. Perfect. Because the nines are about, the nine is the Hermit card in the Major Arcana, which the Hermit goes inward to find their light, their higher self, and that is what leads their path and takes them on their way. So when you get a nine, like a 9 in the minor arcana, for me, it represents that you're turning inward to find what you're looking for. This suit, coins or pentacles, is about you finding your worth. You're finding how you're defining your worth in the outside world. You're finding it within yourself. And this is like a wish fulfillment. This is like a wholeness and completeness from within you card. So this is so perfect for you, because that basically, they're like, yep, that sums it up, don't it? And I'm like, yes. So this is the journey that you're on with that. And we'll see what your shadow has to say to you down here too. Yes, you got the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune, 10 is endings and new beginnings. So obviously they're letting you know, yes, you are ready for this. But the great message that comes with this too, and again, Jupiter, so this is your energy. This beautiful story that they told me around the Wheel of Fortune is like, before you came down here, your higher self, your soul, chose you to be its avatar, to live this life through, to experience this life through. And it chose when you were going to be born, when you're going to leave and pull back out of your body and go back to the spirit realm fully. And all these fated events they wanted to experience through your life as you went through it. Now, the amazing thing is that within each of those fated events, you still have your power of choice to choose what emotion you're going to feel through it and what story or interpretation you are going to put to that situation. So you hold all that in your hands. Now, we have all these expectations. We do have those popular opinions that we've been conditioned with since we were very young on, when this happens, this is how you're supposed to feel. When that happens, this is how you're supposed to think about it, what story you put to it, what it's supposed to mean about your life. But this beautiful Wheel of Fortune shows you that you have the choice. If you slow things down, if you take a deep breath and take a step back, or even after you already chose an emotion and something to believe about something, and then 10 minutes later you look back at it and go, wait a minute, is this how I want to feel about it? Is this what I want it to mean? You see the power that you have to be able to change that, and knowing that you have that power to choose, and that everything is fated. All these events that come into your life are coming in on purpose, for a purpose. It transforms this feeling that you have that your life is out of control, that you're on this drama train that's about to fly off the tracks and blow up in a gorge. And you move to this realization that you're on a monorail train, the ones that are attached to the tracks that can't fly off. It's moving along smoothly, perfectly unfolding, and having the stops and starts exactly on time. And so you move from this feeling that life is happening to you and that you're a victim of life, to that life is happening for you and that you have this beautiful flow and this power of choice that you can make with all that. So this is what they wanted you to know. Like, yes, when you know this, everything just changes for you. And then you have the Knight of Cups. So cups, like we talked about, are your emotion, and all knights have a quest, of course, because that's what knights do. They quest. And he's in a quest of the Ace of Cups, which you do get. So they're telling you that part of this journey, part of this experience that's been, fated for you was the search for the Holy Grail. I mean, literally, a cliche, right? But you get it. At the end of this, you have it in your hot little hands, both in the Queen of Cups here and the Ace of Cups here and the Two of Cups there. So you definitely obtain that of which we are looking for emotionally, connecting to this beautiful love and this wholeness and this completeness that comes with that. We're also going to pull a couple cards from this Wisdom of the Oracle, and this is just going to be additional advice from Spirit on what they want you to know about the solstice period here. So let me just shuffle these up. All right, so what else do you want our Sagittarians to know? Okay, they do want this one and this one. So we'll do this one first, and you have why I love that. What is your why? Why do you want to do what you want to do? Card number 31, another 4. And then you have building blocks. Card number 28, a 10. Endings and new beginnings. So building, building, building. So let's see what advice they have for you here. And we'll start with, well, we opened to 28, so let's do 28. So this is strong foundations, a beautiful work in progress. So yeah, this beautiful life unfolding, it goes really well with this 10 Wheel of Fortune here. And the oracle message for this says, you have everything you need to cultivate an extraordinary life. This is a time when your focus needs to be on the foundations you build upon. Your work, your relationships, and your very being are underwritten by your values, your ethics, your morals, and core beliefs, right? All these beliefs we talked about. Are they still true for you? Will they stand this test of time and serve as the solid grounding upon which you construct your life? Now you are making changes that will affect everything in a positive way. Your destiny is truly a remarkable and beautiful design. So they are showing you that there are building blocks that are happening on purpose for a purpose. I really feel like this is reiterating it here, saying, trust this Wheel of Fortune. Trust that everything is unfolding perfectly. You have all these fated events. Trust in your power to choose what you're going to feel in every moment and what that each moment means to you. How do you interpret it? Let's look at the why here. Again, motives driving intention, the power of knowing the why. So there's great power in understanding your motives right now. Both of these kind of cohesively scream that, right? The oracle asks you to be very clear about why you're asking this question, looking for this answer, behaving in this way, and most important, making this choice. So again, choice is coming in here. Knowing your why is the key to fulfillment. When you are clear about it, your intention will then be a magnet for miracles. Motives define the nature of your experience. When you think about something, feel it, and then act on it. This invincible why, it is invincible, but it's invisible. The invisible why is the life force energy within the seed, which brings it to life and holds the potential for growth. And I really feel like this is the why, the quest that you're going on. Why do you want everything that you want? I really like the question, why did you want everything that you wanted before, all those expectations that were not fulfilling you? And now, as you discover this love that you have deep inside you, connecting to your higher self, that gives you the guidance on where you want to head. Now, your final card we're going to pull from this Cosmic Journey Oracle. And this represents that if you heed this advice and you head in this direction, how will that impact, or what do they want you to know about the end of the solstice when you do all this? What does all this mean? All right, so what's your final message here for our Sagittarians, please? All right, right here. And it says you have the activated ally. Perfect. And that's card number 9, like this one up here, right? Yep, IX and IX. Actually, I'm going to put that one right next to it. And let's see, this is a very special card in the back here. So let me grab that one. So this is hero, mentorship, guide, superpower. So there's a reason you admire certain characters, heroes, or mentors. Those you look up to represent a golden shadow. They reflect exactly who you are when you act from your highest self. Love it. Who are you most attracted to right now? Call forth your ally. They can be anyone dead or alive. It doesn't matter for this conversation. Just activate them now. So you're able to really look at who you admired and why, and understand that when you activate and connect to your highest self, when you're feeling this unconditional love, this powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being that you are, using your intuition, connecting, trusting your gut, connecting to the higher realm, you get to call forth that power. You get to do those things. Now, these have potential questions that you can ask, and you can ask the archetype. So your ally, that whether they're dead or alive, you can connect to that energy of that person. You can ask them these questions. What's your best advice here? And then now listen. Which of your own characteristics do you see in me? Who are my other allies? What would you do in this situation? And lastly, which one of your attributes can I utilize for what's next for me? So I love that, because this is really connecting to like your superhero, your inner superhero, because really that archetype it lives within you. So this amazing superhero lies within you. And what are you going to do with that? You have this power, this superpower that you're really moving forward with. And I love this energy that you're doing. And again, this is a 9. So that is what is telling me that this is within you, like we did with with this one here, where the 9 was the hermit, but your inner adventure. This activated ally is this powerful being that lies within you. So what are you going to do with that? Anything you want, evidently. So you are getting this emperor activated within you. You're taking it and you're running with it. And I love this solstice for you, because it is going to be so empowering for you, so life-fulfilling, so, again, empowering, because you realize your power to choose that whatever comes your way, you get to decide what emotion you feel around it, and you get to decide what it means about you. Sure, other people will have their opinions and this popular opinions and expectations. Well, you're not doing what you should do. It's like, it doesn't matter. You get to decide for you. They get to decide for them. That's where your power lies. So I love it. All right. Well, if you are looking for even more messages of love from above, in addition to these readings, I also put out monthly readings for each zodiac sign, weekly energy updates for each zodiac sign, and a few other types of videos. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and be notified immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up, click the like button. Also click the subscribe button. That gives you access to the notification bell, and when you go in there, if you select the all option, then you'll be notified of any new videos that come out on my channel. Also, doing those things helps spread the love, because when you like a video, you share a video, you comment on a video, you subscribe to a channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so excited and wants to share the videos with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, I am very grateful for that. Also, these are general readings. If you're looking for even more specific information for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is listed in the description box below. All right, you laughing, joyful Sagittarians, as you go through this amazing solstice, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things, and of course, I love you too. Have an amazing solstice, but I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon. In the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.